I go in there, they say, you look like Hercules. I sit down at the dinner table. They say, look at his beautiful body. It's one of the best bodies we've ever seen.
Donald Clump.
Donald Clump.
That's beautiful.
And that'll do it for this week.
Yeah, thank you.
It would be great. It'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I confused seconds for minutes. I was looking at the dial, and
we did 70 seconds.
Well, that's an hour, folks. Hour, 1 minute, 2 minute. We're good to go. So thanks for listening, and
it wouldn't be funny to do that 1 week.
Yeah,
just to put out a 3-minute episode.
Mm-hmm.
And plug at the end of it too.
Yeah, because the show has gotten worse over the years, and people are like, I'll get like DMs from people who are like, it's like you don't even care anymore. You don't put effort forward, and it's like, did you think we cared at the beginning?
No, we didn't give a fuck at all.
You know what I'm trying to do is create a job. I'm trying to be a job creator for myself.
Do you understand how much this was a fucking mistake? But whatever, man. Keep paying us, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll do it, but we're not happy we have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It is funny that now everyone's sucking off the post office. Because I was thinking, now's the first time ever you could pretend to be a mailman and get pussy. Yeah. I'm trying to get a little pith helmet and get my dick sucked.
Dude, it's weird that only some of them get the pith helmet, and it's like, I guess you would have to... Does that come out of your paycheck or something?
Interesting.
Because it's really only the Chinese-ass guys that... It's weird that there's like a rice paddy to post office pipeline that exists.
And the hat
right.
would carries you through.
Yeah.
A promise of a similar style hat.
You go from like the background of there's like helicopters at sunset, you know, the Rolling Stones playing, and you're looking over your head, and then a rope comes down. And instead of it being the United States Marine Corps Air Cavalry, it's fucking the United States Post Office.
It's a mail cargo plane.
They're like, get a job, get some job with us. Come, get on board the helicopter, and we're taking you to Delaware to hand out mail.
That's right, to hand out mostly coupons.
Kiko baba,
That's right.
Yeah.
You won't have use for that tongue anymore.
Do I have to say it again? You can say that again. Gong fuck bung, gong can fuck bang go goop fuck bing. Bing going, fuck bing. Damn, what a cool language.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen that guy? I think he's Vietnamese. That sings, who's just singing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
Yeah.
11, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah,
that guy rocks.
Yeah, well, like foreigners, especially in places that are just like barely touching, you know, culture, Western culture, is like they don't understand that culture is built on like layers and layers or Western culture, popular culture, whatever's perceived as cool or hip, is built on layers and layers and layers of self-negation. Yeah. So like, it's like, not only do you have to do the things that are very currently cool right now, but you have to think everything that was cool 5 minutes ago is extremely gay and know exactly why it was. Right. And then somehow distance yourself from it. So you're all things at once, and then also none of the things that you have been up until this moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's why you have to stick with classic stuff. Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
Fucking tracksuits.
Right.
That'll never end for me.
Or you pick one thing, usually something that's grounded in your identity, and then you stick with it, you know. Because if you stray from that, no matter what, for a hot second, it may seem cool.
Yes.
But you get a little distance from it, and it's garbage.
Right.
Take, for example, being like a 32-year-old Jewish man.
Right.
And saying things like dead ass.
Yes.
Or big facts.
Yeah.
And then in the same breath, turning around and making fun of Michael Rappaport.
Right.
As if you won't sound exactly
like
that.
You were him in minus 10 years.
In 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In retrospect. I was just talking about somebody, but...
Yeah,
with somebody.
With Michael Rappaport?
With Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
Because Michael Rappaport, at least there's some consistency there.
Totally.
He was like,
guy.
Yo, 1992 is the cap.
Yeah.
We're not moving past that. This is the way I talk.
I love, you got to respect it. And, it's in some good movies.
It would be funny if Adam gets to be like 65 years old and he's like, well, that's big facts. Do you dead ass have an early bird special here?
That will be happening.
Yeah.
That's basically just saying Daddy-O and shit like that. Wow, dude. Damn. Mortality.
Do they say Daddy-O? It is funny because it's like there is like a whole class of like aging, like boomer, that they just they see the time they spent like culturally appropriating in the 1970s as a form of activism.
Yes.
And they'll pat themselves on the back for it while they live in like sheltered enclaves
100%.
where they're not exposed to any black people whatsoever.
Not even close. 94% white suburbs. 3% are your doctors and shit like that.
And then they'll like close their eyes and shake their head while listening to the piano at Nordstrom's. And be like, no, I get the brothers. It's like, actually, that's a French guy in a tuxedo.
Yeah. Being paid sub-minimum wage. Actually, I bet you get a nice little Nordstrom's a classy place.
They don't get paid that much, but it is very hard to get that job.
Really?
Because I talked to a Nordstrom guy one time. I used to talk to him. I'm like, so what? I'm like, how the fuck do you end up?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I was so curious because I'm like, this isn't like being a mall Santa.
No.
And he's like, no, it was fucking very hard to get this job.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
What hoops does he have to jump through?
I don't remember. This was already like, I was a teenager. I was working at the mall and I just...
You were hanging out with him afterwards in his car.
Exactly.
In the parking lot.
It's weird because I it's your memory kind of gets jumbled up, but I know that it's impossible because I used to shit at the Sears.
Right. That's where they had the good bathroom.
They had a good bathroom.
Yes.
No, I mean it. And
which mall is this for the listeners?
Lake Forest.
Lake Forest.
Yeah, and I would go shit at the Sears, but then it's like maybe it wasn't even a Nordstrom's because now I'm having like now it may have been just a pianist at a restaurant.
Yeah.
that I went to one time. Because it's
he was lying to try and molest you.
Yeah. And I never, because they don't have a pianist at Sears, and
certainly not.
I was definitely shitting at the Sears.
Interesting. Was it in the bathroom at Sears?
It was. It was in the craftsman's tool aisle, which is another thing they don't have at Sears anymore.
Oh, really? That was the coolest part of Sears.
Yeah.
Because it's some shitty store. As a kid, you're like, this store sucks dick. It's not as good as the other ones.
The Craftsman.
And then you take a right turn. It's like, oh, this is a fucking Home Depot now. This is fucking tight.
Yeah.
And it's not as scary as Home Depot.
Yeah.
As a little kid, you were scared it's big. Sears, you understand a department store.
Yeah.
A department store, a child runs wild. You hide in between the little things.
Yeah.
You've probably had some nice fucking Sarku Japan.
I have another early memory of being, and I don't even know what mall it was, because it had to be somewhere in Virginia, because I remember being with my grandmother, and then we went to the mall, and it's like, this is one of those things, it's like, did something happen? I don't know. Because it's hard to explain, but I remember being in the mall and then going into like a stock room thinking it was a dressing room, and it was like it was a room I shouldn't be in.
Oh no.
And then and there was like the walls were like some kind of like, it was just like a weird red and mauve color scheme. It was just sort of like visually offensive.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That memory ends. And then I remember being in
and now you have just scent memory. It's a man's cologne.
A defensive driving class, and we're watching a video. And in the video, this was years later, so this is a decade later. In the video, they're explaining how anti-lock brakes work, and they're like, why maybe you should, like, this is prior to anti-lock brakes. I forget the point of the video, but it's like if you're hydroplaning, you're on ice, you should pump the brakes or something.
Right.
So it shows the guy pumping the brakes, but it's a shot of like, I don't know, like the floor area, the driver's side floor area of like a I don't know, like a Cutlass Sierra or something, and it had the same kind of red. There was like a red velvet interior to the thing, and there was something that was like, oh, this is something's wrong.
God damn, dude.
And I have no idea what it was. But it was just one of those things.
How old were you at that mall the first time?
I don't know. It must have been like 4.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. 4 or 5. I don't think
some gay man in a velvet tuxedo sucked your dick.
I don't think, because I feel like those are the kinds of things I don't believe in, like repressed memories. I do believe in like inexplicable emotional trauma. That's like, you know, because it's like there's different levels of trauma.
Yeah,
you could just be misplaced in the mall for a second.
Totally, and as a 4-year-old. You're so scared.
I remember going into a bathroom.
And then a kind stranger promises to take you to your grandma.
I remember going into a bathroom one time, and have you ever seen those bathrooms in older buildings where they have the round sink with the pedal?
Yes.
You know, the first time I saw one of those, I would horrify me. Because I didn't know what it was. I went in the bathroom, and I was like, what the fuck is this machine? It was like something out of Nightmares.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm trying to think of like shit that scared the fuck out of me as a little ass kid.
I used to have this recurring nightmare that I would be in like school when I was a kid, but the school always had an additional wing, like a secret wing, and then there was always an element of like, you know, your clothes are missing or something like that, or you know, you don't have your homework or something. But then I would go into the bathroom and I need to use it, and then the bathroom would be all just like sort of like, you know, the way like at one of those like refineries or like where there's just pipes. The floor is just all these weird pipes, and there's no, like, I don't know how to use any of these pipes, and they all kind of just like interlock, and you can't use the bathroom. Yeah. But that was like a recurring nightmare.
Damn, I don't remember any of my fucking nightmares as a little ass kid.
Really?
Not really.
I think I spent so much time in my subconscious.
I was scared of the
theater of the mind.
The theater of the mind, of course. I remember one time going to my mom, and it was I was like 3. Or I was like 4, and I had a memory of being 2, and my brother's just being born.
And you were molested by a guy in a velvet tuxedo.
And then a guy in a velvet tuxedo, and then he came through and he sucked my.
It'd be funny if we were abducted by a pedophile. Just they're calling him the Maryland child rapist, and we were both molested. And then the guy's driving around, and he's like, "Well, you suck my father's dick." We're just like,
that's the only explanation.
In dog kennels. Yeah. We're like, what the fuck? And then we're just dropped off wherever.
Right.
And then
and he threw a donut in the back seat, and I got most of it. You've been mad about it our whole lives.
Yeah. It's like, no, I don't know where the parody song thing came from.
I do. Sometimes I wonder if I was molested because my parents would never let me sleep over anywhere, and they would freak out if I was missing for even like a fucking hour. Like in Greece one time, I just kind of went and played video games and got lost in an arcade. Yeah. And I told my dad I was gonna be with my cousin, but I was like, "Don't worry, I'll stay here." I lied to her.
Right. They're worried that you like belong to a senator. Yeah. Just some guy in a robe.
Yes. Yeah, an like Athenian senator.
Yeah, he just has you in a bird cage, completely nude. Stavros, he's at the Capitol and they're passing laws.
They're voting into his ass.
For using him as a trumpet to announce the vote.
But and he was just, and I lied to my cousin and told her my dad was cool with me being at the arcade, so I was just alone. Yeah. And then my family was so freaked out that I was gone for like, I was only gone for like an hour, just playing video games. Like, it's not a big deal. And he freaked out, and he wouldn't let me sleep over anywhere. And he was like, "You never know. There's sick people out there." And I was a really cute kid. I was adorable. So I'm thinking I might have gotten my little ass fucked or sucked or something, and I don't even know about it.
I remember being with my mom and my grandma, and we were walking through a parking lot, and I like went a different way, and it was like, I don't know why I did. You know, I was like maybe 10, 15, 20 feet behind them or something, and there was like a tunnel, and then you could go over, and I like went over it, and then I get to the end of the tunnel and they're not there, and then like I just went to the car and waited at the car, and eventually they came back to the car and they're like, "Where the fuck were you?"
Right.
And I was like, I just walked the other way, and they're like, you know, and then my mom was like, "You can't do that." I don't know, it's probably like 8. Yeah. She's like, "You can't do that." Growing up, she's like, "You remember Jenny or whatever?" And like so my grandma was like, "Oh yeah," you know. She's like, My friend Jenny, she wandered away, and then they found her in the woods 3 weeks later, and she had been raped. And she was never the same again. She was ruined.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So I wonder. Sometimes I truly wonder. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll never know.
And the reality is, my mom would have loved it if I was raped. That would have made her day.
Oh my God, she would have had a story for the rest of her life.
Yeah, just telling her friend, just at the post office in line. My son was raped, by the way. Are you using this pen?
Yeah.
My son was raped.
My son was raped. That pen reminds me. Mm-hmm. My son had a pen in his ass.
Just a bumper sticker that says my son was raped.
Yeah.
Cutting people off in traffic. Did you see the bumper sticker? Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But I persevered.
I
made it
through it.
Yeah.
Now, my son, of course, done.
Yeah.
Trash. Dog shit.
He's ruined.
But I have survived. And I'm the president of the Holocaust Didn't Happen fan club.
Yeah. And now I'm the leader of the pack. Did you see this Marge Simpson fucking...
Oh my fucking God, dude.
It really is. That's why I asked you before what that movie is. If anyone knows the name of it, I saw it. Another thing I saw as a kid that I probably shouldn't have. There was some war movie I saw, and I think it was about fucking Tibet, but I can't